Today, this is a quick little video on the 4 frequently asked questions I get from people who don't really understand what coaching is. So it's not the people who do know and do come to coaching, it's the people that go, you're a life coach. Interesting. Why does someone need a life coach? So I thought I'd just quickly run through the top 4. There's more, but this is the top 4. So, number 1, what is life coaching? To me, it's partnering with clients in a thought-provoking and creative process. Everything's about creativity to me anyway. And it inspires them to maximize their personal and professional potential development where they want to go in life. And it's giving yourself a thought and belief partner. So rather than leaning out always to other people who aren't necessarily there for your own good, they're there for their own good, who maybe bring you down after you've come up with a really good idea. This is me. I'm not going to judge you in any way. I will explore and do choices with you, decision making. There's a lot of really just getting real about where you are, and it's very eye-opening, and it's very much about you speaking, me listening, and me asking different questions to just see what different answers and what different direction you might be able to go in. So number 2 is, can anyone call themselves a life coach? And yes, they can. It is an unregulated industry. It's growing massively. You'll see there's life coaches popping up everywhere. The big thing is saying that you've got 7 figures income. I mean, yay, it's exciting, but that's not really what life coaching is about. All the life coaches I do know and have had experience with are just real, authentic people who have had experience, have decided to actually get the training and take themselves to the next level. They've also learned a hell of a lot about themselves in that process, and we want to do good for the world. It's not about keeping it to yourself. It's about that ripple effect, as I've explained before, where, me doing something that I love, which is coaching, and opening other people up to explore what they want and want to be. It's just amazing what the ripple effect of that is out to our community. So, yeah, if you choose a coach, find someone who's got professional certification. You can ask them that. Where did you do your training? You can look up the place where they said they did their training and even understand then what certification they actually do have. Ideally, a member of a professional body like the International Coaching Federation, which is the lead international body, and that holds you to standards, and you have a code of ethics, and it keeps me accountable as well as, I'm keeping you accountable in coaching. And ideally have real life experience or real business experience that they're not coming from a place of having just done textbook study and now I'm a coach. So you find someone who you really can align with, and that's the point usually. Like you'll see I have a free clarity call, and that is a point of that. It's not that I'm giving away free time. It is more that I don't want to waste my time or your time. So you need to actually see whether the chemistry is there, and that's very important, and it's about being open with that in that first conversation. So it's about asking questions. You get to ask questions, I ask questions, and then you take it from there. Number 3 would be, what can coaching help me with? So coaching is not advice or therapy or counselling. It's future focused on outcomes across all areas of your life. And that can be your business life, it can be your personal life. There's usually, I would say, 8 areas of each of those of your personal life or business life. And if they're out of alignment or out of kilter, you will really find that's where you're stumbling around, maybe a bit in the dark, feeling frustrated. But it doesn't focus back on, say, past traumas. In our disclosure, I would usually ask you questions. Is there anything that I need to know about? But you can also tell me what you don't want to touch on in coaching. But generally, it's me taking you forward because, yes, we are here today. We are present. And the future is what's important to you. Like the next minute after coaching, what are you going to do? What action are you going to take? And, are you looking at 3 months, 1 year, 3-year, 10-year or lifetime goals? And it could be any of that sort of thing. And I have the experience that I can help to coach you in that way. Number 4 is, how long should life coaching be booked for? And I would say, to be honest, you would want to book for at least 3 months, be that 7-day intervals or 10-day intervals. I personally, when I had a coach, I was coached for 3 years. I chose that because I was going through absolutely monumental changes in my business, and I had chosen in 2011 to take myself up through all sorts of levels in my personal life, in all areas of my personal life, and also in my business life. We were growing a business that was small through to medium to large. So for me, I had a coach. I spoke to her at 7 a.m. every 10 days. 10 days shook me up a little bit, so it wasn't 7 days, which I think I wouldn't have appreciated. It's just the way I'm made up. And so every 10 days, I just knew that was my time. Before the day began, everyone breathed out because Sue had had coaching that morning. And I just knew that I could actually go the next 10 days towards the plan, and the plans all worked. So that's what was brilliant about it, and that's what I have seen it work successfully on a longer term. I would not say doing something that's short term is the fix. You may start with a short term program, like I've got a course at the moment, but that would be something that's just exploring something particular. That particular course is self-expression, self-realization, and self-acceptance. So you would do that, but if you need to go further with it, obviously then coaching packages is what that's all about. So I would say the deep foundational work of any coaching package that is critical, that any coach, I would say, would offer you, will take at least 6 sessions. It's about building rapport. It's about understanding where you want to go. And then I've got the background from you that I can actually come back and follow up with you on. So, hey, back in session 2, you said this. So where are we going with that? And I'm pretty good with that. So they are my top 4 FAQs. Over time, I always get more FAQs, but I thought at the moment, why not share them, right? Why keep them to myself? So thanks for checking in, and I hope that's helpful. Goodbye.